Okay, we're starting well, I am starting the project, but I don't have the wood yet. 2 videos in one day. I just made one this morning of flapping. We got some scrap wood here that we're making cleats for, and we're going to put a couple of nails in them. I got more glue, but I always use the oldest up first. Let me get this nailed in, and then I'll grab the camera from Tommy and I'll just show you what I'm doing. I got to line this up first to where it's going to go for the shelves. I already got the cleats in. I got 2 cleats, and I'll show you for the top shelf. And I have to get the 2x2s and the 2x3s and the plywood yet. So let me just get this nailed in. And we will, let me just double check before I hammer it all in and before the glue dries. Make sure that we are at the right angle. We are at 20 inches from the top down, and on this side we are 20 inches. Okay. We gotta make sure our shelves are fairly straight. Now I put a little glue in there and cut a couple of number 6 nails. It's 2x, what was it? I'm hitting a knot, I guess. I hit a knot in the 2x4, and that's why I couldn't get the nail all the way in, but I got it in. All right, let me show you what I'm doing. All right, here's the situation. These are 1-inch thick wood, okay? I'm not sure where I got them from. They could have come, I think they might have come from the futon, but they were pressure treated. I had to chop them out of a piece of wood. I hit a knot, so I can't help it, but they got glue in here anyways. And over here, I've got 2 1 5/8 screws and wood glue holding this up in here, and I really probably don't need to leave the clamp on. What I'm going to do when I get the wood, it's going to be, I think we use 2x2s. There's going to be a 2x2 cleat over here, and it's going to butt up against this. It's going to butt up against this 2x4 here. So when the 1/2-inch plywood, which is what this is here, comes up to here, this is not 1/2 inch, but give you an idea, and I'm going to have to take the clamp off to show you. I don't like doing that. I like to keep the pressure on it, but I don't think it's going to go anywhere. So this is pretty close to 1/2 inch actually. So that's what's going to happen here. This shelf is coming out to here, which is exactly 12 inches. So
that's a small shelf.
Yeah, but it's not supposed to be a very wide one because I'll bang my elbows in it. Everything in this shop, I'm always banging my elbows and everything. So, so that is the cleat for the shelf, which I got to get the plywood for. That's going to go across here, and there's going to be a 2x2 going here, and then that plywood will sit like that on top of that, okay? And it's going to come over to here. Now let me show you what we're going to do over here. Over here we're going to have a cleat going on flush with the top of this cleat right here, okay? That will be applied before I put the 2x2 in here, okay? It's going to go right to here, okay? Of course, naturally, I got to level it out. So it's going to go right here, and the wood shelf will be at the 12-inch mark here, and the 12-inch mark there, wherever that is, spaced 2 inches off away from this wall right here. In other words, this backboard where the leads are. So from here, remember I was telling you it's in the earlier video I made today, that's about 3/4 of an inch here. This is 1 inch. So this is about 1 3/4 inches versus, this is actually 2 inches. This is almost 1 inch. Very close to 1 inch here. And this is 1 inch. So that matches pretty close to this one here, which is 2 inches. So with this piece in here, this will be the support for the top of the top shelf. The same goes for this one I just put in. All right, there's going to be a cleat here going down here for that. As you can see, there's plenty of room for the clip leads to hang because the plywood's only coming to the edge, the outer edge of this ruler. It's not going up against this wall here, because if it did, I wouldn't be able to hang my leads. Now, down here, there's another place for the lower shelf, which I'm going to be doing off camera. So I just wanted to show you this. That's all I can do today. It is now 4 o'clock. It's going to get dark very soon here. So I want to finish with this cleat. These cleats are done. I want to add another one of these cleats here, and a cleat here, and a cleat down here. So when I go to Home Depot, I got to get enough 2x2 to go from here to here, another 2x2 to go from here to here, and of course the one to go from here. Then I got to get a 2x2 to go from here. I think we'll go with 2x2s. And then we may use a 2x3 from here almost to the floor, where we make the angle, what I call a kick in, down at the bottom. Probably start. This is the lower shelf right here, as I showed you earlier. This is the lower shelf, so anything below that is going to be angled in and go into here. All right. Of course, naturally, it'll be up here. So here is the 2x. This is going to be the 2x3. Okay. So it's going to come from the top here to this, and then it's cut off at that point, and then another piece goes on an angle down here. You'll see it when I get done. I can do it faster than I can explain it. This here will not have to be made that way, because this is already out 18 inches from the wall, as you can see. But we're only coming out on the shelf 12 inches because of my elbows banging into everything. Because when I need some bench space to work. So when I'm sitting here and I'm working on things, if I was to bring that shelf out to 18 inches, I would be way over here, and elbows would be banging so many times that I would need elbow pads. So that's the way we're going to do it. This is not meant to be a workbench. It is meant to put this, well, here it is down here. It's meant to put the AC, sensitive AC voltmeter on the shelf, plus a couple other things and tools on the next 2 shelves. All right, so you can call this part 1. Nothing more is going to be done on this until after Sunday. We'll see what money I got left for what I don't spend at Jewett City, and we'll go from there. I don't know what the wood's going to cost me, but it shouldn't be all that much. So I'm utilizing pieces of wood that I've got now to put in here. Now I can use 2x4s for those cleats on the wall that I showed you, but I'm not going to waste 2x4s on that. You don't need 2x4s. 2x2s are plenty good enough. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching.